very grateful to all of you who've emailed us. I can't keep up with them actually because we had so many. But the real sense of an international community and a global audience is underlined by some of these emails. And I'm just going to select a few for you and they'll take us all over the world. I'm going to start in Australia. So let's have a look at the Australian image I've been sent. The Scrivener family. Nikki saying they enjoyed a wedding party, family and friends at home in Perth in Australia. So thanks to them for letting us know they had a good time. Austria next. Krista Merstler-Harrison decorated her home. Well, look at that. I mean, that's quite a decoration. With a giant-sized Union flag, sitting down to watch the wedding on TV with a cup of English tea in Austria. Well, thanks very much to Krista for that. Canada. Lots of royal mania in Canada. Pippa Ward saying, our London-based cabin crew staying over in Vancouver during the wedding. We're up at 2 o'clock in the morning Canada time to watch the wedding, celebrated in our best pyjamas, accompanied by flags and balloons. So our warmest congratulations to them on having a good party and getting up at that unearthly hour. China, well, here's an interesting one. I'm interested in this one. This is the British International School. Alison MacLeod. More than 1,000 students, staff, local dignitaries attended a party at the British International School in Shanghai at the Pudong campus to celebrate the royal wedding. Watching on the BBC, I take it. And really good to have that. St Helena. Let's go to the other side of the world. Pilling Primary School. Elaine Benjamin telling us, on the tiny island St Helena, South Atlantic, children of Pilling Primary School parading through Jamestown to celebrate their enthusiasm and their heartfelt joy for the royal couple. Elaine, thank you so much for getting in touch. I'm going to do just another two. Thailand. George Spurs in Thailand, putting on his England football shirt. I'll forgive him for that, just for today. It should be a Will shirt, obviously. A St George-inspired wig. Street party in Thailand where you could fly the flag. So, George, well done to you. And a last one, Vietnam. I'm trying to pick some of the more unusual ones. Two expats there, Christopher Cribb, Stephen Haynes, celebrating the royal wedding in a bit of style, local custom there in Da Nang City, Central Province, Vietnam. Picture taken outside their office en route to meetings for the day. I hope there wasn't too much work at those meetings. So, Christopher, Stephen, thank you very much. Just a selection there of the emails we've had from all parts of the world, really, and really grateful to you, and it's nice to know that you've been enjoying the coverage. The enjoyment, of course, isn't over, because now we get a real sense of the size and strength and depth of the crowd. They're well along the mall now, probably halfway down. Very difficult to judge from the other side because it's such a long route, but roughly halfway. And there again with the flags telling you something about the mix of nations involved. The Scottish saltire, very, very clear there. We've seen the Welsh dragon, we've seen Japanese flags, Canadian flags, flag of St George, all of it adding to the rich mix of the day. So as we wait for the balcony appearance, well, spare a thought for those people in Bucklebury in West Berkshire, because, well, quite a lot of them were in the Abbey today enjoying the service, but quite a lot of them weren't, and they're having a serious party there. Alex Jones is there with them.
Well, here, there was nobody. Now, the service was very emotional, wasn't it, ladies? It was amazing. Day for Catherine and Will, but a very important day also for Holly here. Why, Holly?
Well, I've gathered all of my very best friends because it's my hen weekend this weekend.
Very nice. Now, did you gather any tips from Catherine and William?
Well, I think I'm going to do my own makeup in the style of Kate's. I've got all my dresses. I've got my dress and bridesmaids' dresses already, so maybe we'll attach a little bit of lace to them.
Oh, I think so. And what did we think of Kate's dress, Catherine?
I thought it was beautiful, really beautiful. Very kind of understated, but very, very elegant. And she just looked amazing.
Yeah,
really.
And Carol Middleton also looking lovely.
Oh yeah, really, really stunning. And a big cheer from everyone here when she came on the screen.
How proud are we of Kate? Very proud. A great day here. And as well, Francesca over here has taken her first step. We'll see you later on.
Great sense of fun. Alex, thank you very much. Let's build up a little sense of the reaction, because it's nice to talk to people, get their responses, get their impressions of what they've seen during the course of the day. Let's go to the Mall once again. There we have the surge of people I was talking about, but our man Chris Hollins is still there talking to people as they make their way, and let's see if we can talk to Chris once again.
Yes, you certainly can, Hugh. We're safely behind the barriers. We're just, as you can probably see in the distance, the crowd is very slowly, very controlled fashion, making their way up to Buckingham Palace, led by, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horses there. It reminds you of a little bit like the Open Golf Championship, when everyone wants to get to the 18th green, but you can see just an absolute sea of Union Jacks waving furiously as all of the supporters just want to make their way to the Buckingham Palace to see that kiss between the newlywed couple. It's an exciting atmosphere. You can probably see just behind me on my left-hand side here. Everybody seems to have moved on now from their positions where they camped overnight and have joined that big crowd probably as far as you can see. Whole line of policemen controlling what I could say is a very well-natured, well-behaved crowd that have thoroughly enjoyed themselves so far today. So you can probably just see the horses making their way past me, and as I say, a controlled pace as they make their way to Buckingham Palace.
Chris, thanks very much. Someone mentioning the possibility of 500,000 people around the palace, but look at Hyde Park. 300,000 people there, and they're always enjoying the sights on the big screens. So it's good to see them again, and it's good to see so many of them still there to enjoy this balcony appearance, which we're expecting in about 25 minutes, and the fly past. Matt Allwright is there for us.
Oh yes, it's not all controlled here at all, Hugh. The party is well and truly started. It's rowdy but good-natured, we're glad to say. Now with us we have Graham and Joyce. Where are you guys from?
Stoke-on-Trent.
From Stoke-on-Trent, from the pottery,
Yes,
is that right?
yes,
Oh, wonderful
yes,
part
yes,
of the world.
yes.
And you, Graham, you describe yourself as a royalist, totally unabashed.
I am, yes.
Why
yes,
is
definitely.
that?
Well, I think they do a world of good for the country, and I appreciate all the family, and they're such marvellous people.
What was the moment for you today when you really felt
the moment
moved?
I was upset when the Queen came out, as soon as she appeared out in the yellow outfit, and that's when I started to fill up.
Really?
And that's what
and
I
is
do,
that why you're
yes.
wearing the glasses?
Yeah.
So no one can tell.
That's
Well,
right.
luckily
yes.
your secret is safe with us. Now, Joyce, you got a little bit upset during the national anthem. Tell us what happened.
Well, it wasn't particularly the national anthem. It was, yes, when the Queen was coming out of Buckingham Palace, and we all stood up. I was waving my flag, and some of them weren't standing up.
Right.
So I said to my daughter, "They're not standing." She said, "Not everybody will stand up, Mum." So I turned round and I go, "Get up, stand up."
Right.
So they all stood up, and we got all of us were standing up.
Right, so
all
you've got it,
together.
guys. From now on, national anthem, you stand
Stand
up.
up, like Graham.
Yes, Joyce
like
says
Graham
so.
does,
And we
yes,
can
yes.
start with that right now.
Yes,
Graham and Joyce,
right.
sing us out of this little section. Away you go.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble.
On your feet, come on. Joyce says so.
God save our Queen.
Back to you in the studio.
Tender,
Well done.
victorious,
Keep going.
happy and glorious.
Seems a shame to lose them, but they're in fine voice. And there we have the density of the crowd, and that really just tells you something about the strength of emotion here on the day. And they know what they're looking forward to now, because we're getting closer and closer to that moment when the couple will appear on the balcony. And always a highlight on these royal wedding days. And it'll be a moment for William and Catherine too to acknowledge the support of the crowd, because it is a remarkable display of support and loyalty that we're seeing today. Down among them, battling to be heard, is Fern.
Thank you, Hugh. No singing here. thank goodness. But I have bumped into these lovely ladies who do a Kate Middleton performing arts piece called Kate's Not the Same, but Similar. She's obviously going through a transitional period, hence the lovely suitcases there. Also, these chaps, you're from Spain, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So have you had a lovely morning?
Yes, it's been really, really nice. The weather was really nice. The bride was really pretty. She was stunning. We loved it. It was really, really nice.
Did you get a glimpse of Catherine and William as they entered Buckingham Palace there?
Yeah, I mean, we came here like really early in the morning, and well, we really enjoyed it.
Good. I'm also, you're catching my eye, sir. I have an inkling that you're a Kate Middleton fan.
Yes, like everybody in Britain, we're fascinated with Kate Middleton. I think it's great. It's a fresh air for everyone, inspiration, and well, we expect a lot from them. And anyway, William deserves the best, and I think she has got it.
Yes, I have to say that she is now married, so you don't stand a chance, unfortunately. But you're still going to try.
Yeah. I want to wait until she comes out of the window on the balcony and then seize the chance. But
you're going to seize the chance when she gets to the balcony?
Yes, I'm never going to lose my heart. But
okay.
Anyway, if William wins, good for him.
The best man wins. Well, you stay optimistic, okay? Thank you very much.
Well, thanks very much. I loved the chess banner I saw just a few minutes ago. I think it said, "Checkmate, Kate. You've taken the king." Which, oh, there it is. Lovely. Yeah, that's got to be up in the top 10. That's very good. That's very good. All kinds of homemade banners. Homemade ones are the best. And on Whitehall, clustered around the cenotaph, again, a sea of people gently making their way along Whitehall and probably hoping to get to the other side of St James's Park by around 1:25, or they will miss the big event which we're waiting for, the balcony appearance. And a good moment again for me to talk to my two special guests, Simon Sharma and Sir Malcolm Ross. And to introduce, I hope it doesn't sound too negative at this point, Simon, we talk a lot about the fact that we live in a very cynical society today, far less deferential. We were showing clips of 1981 and 73 and 47, a very different country, very different world we live in. Is this scene one that undermines the theory that we've become a very cynical society?
Oh, it must do, mustn't it? I mean, it's interesting, the American papers in particular, where I spend most of my time, were full of, you know, the tarnished crown. New York Times had a rather ridiculous image of a crown wrapped in cling film, or something like that. And it makes good sort of headlines, if you want to say the two Britons, one beautiful, one glamorous, one magnificent. You know, as a people, we're not stupid. We know we have trouble. We know there are difficulties. It doesn't necessarily make us childish or naive about that, but for the one day we live in the moment where we can celebrate our past, our future, our political stability, which is still enviable in much of the rest of the world. And there are moments, you know, there's a sort of wisdom when you suspend cynicism. It's a different kind of knowledge. It's a knowledge about the innocence of a wedding day, best knowledge of all.
It must be a difficult balance to strike, Sir Malcolm. You know how the royal family works, inside out and back to front. We are in a less deferential society, and the way the royal family interacts with society as a whole surely has to be recalibrated in some way.
Yes, and constantly so. I think it has done throughout the Queen's reign, and it's certainly latterly. We are moving forward, the Queen is moving forward, she's making changes herself, and she's encouraging her family to do so too. So yes, there is progress, constant progress.
And doing so with a bit of resistance, because tradition is a very cherished thing, or doing so willingly?
I think the Queen is very proud of her inheritance, we all are. So yes, there's a certain amount of looking back. But then she realises, as well as everybody else, that you can't actually face backwards. You've got to move forwards.
I want a sense from you, Sir Malcolm, what it's like to be in the palace, looking out of the windows at a scene like this, because that's Trafalgar Square, but look, that gives us a sense of the crowds, OK? And if we have a look at Buckingham Palace and what's going on there, I just want a sense from Sir Malcolm, really, of how exciting it is to look out of those windows and sense this army of people approaching.
It's amazing. It's wonderful. If you think back to the end of the Second World War, Princess Elizabeth came out of the palace. She wanted to join the crowd. So unbeknown to her parents, she came down and into the crowd. It's that famous, it's that good, it's that exciting. And the view you get from the balcony is breathtaking.
it's a thing, Simon. I mean, just a sense again of this relationship we're talking about between people and the sovereign. And it seems to me that when these balcony